That's a cool view. Except for when we crash. Welcome back, everybody, to Empyrion Galactic Survival on Reforged Eden. I'm an old guy gaming, and I am still on the dead planet. One of you guys told me in the comments that there's a shuttle on this planet that's got a lot of fuel and salvage and whatnot. I have not been able to find it as of right now. I found mining shuttles and exploration shuttles, and neither one of them have squat on them. So, not sure what else you might be talking about. We did find that space shuttle at the Space Command in the last episode, but it didn't have any resources on it either to speak of. So, unless I'm missing something, I'm not seeing what you're talking about. Of course, I haven't uncovered the whole planet, but it's not my intention to stay here much longer anyway. But the reason I'm bringing you back right now is because I found like this little cluster of buildings, and I thought they were kind of interesting. So I thought, oh, what the heck? Let's just get out real quick and take a quick look at them before we resume our journey towards Object 1 and continue looking for the other types of dead planets. But this is pretty interesting. Ooh, am I going to be able to get back up here? Well, if I can't, we'll just make a dirt ramp. Oh, yeah, that's going to be tough getting back up there, isn't it? Yeah, we can make a dirt ramp with our drill. Okay, so yeah, we're not on the ground at all. Let's check this highest building, the ruined Elysium Tower, and just kind of see what up with that, man. It's very cool looking, that's for sure. One thing that occurred to me is some of these dead planets, this one in particular, would actually not be a bad place to have a base in the sense that, you know, you don't have to worry about any enemies whatsoever. And this one is, you know, it's not too terribly cold. There's not a ton of radiation on it. So, I mean, if you wanted a place where you wouldn't be bothered by enemies, this wouldn't be a bad place to go, really. So this is like a huge cafeteria place. And there's some cabinets and food processors and things over there. Energy drink. Okay, let's go up to the next floor and just kind of, again, just check this place out, see what the deal is with it. Okay, we don't want to fall back down that direction. Okay, so we got generators in here, capacitors, relays. Yeah, we'll take that. So this is kind of like an engineering place, I guess. All right. Medical area. Take that insulation boost. Let's see what we got on the next floor here. Okay, that's going to be a little tricky maneuvering there. But the thing is I want to get high enough up to where we can at least... Ah, shit. At least use the drone for the rest of the way, you know? So let's try that again. So we want to get right here. I want to pop up this way and then squirt over that way. Nope. Not. Oh, we're going all the way down. All right, well, let's get back up to that one spot again then and see if we can just get up there with our drone, I guess. So we have storage up here. A bunch of constructors. Those look like advanced constructors too, so that would be some decent salvage. Okay, let's try the next floor here. So this is like maybe a CNC or something like that. I don't know. Okay, let's go up to the next level. We've got a bunch of refrigerators up here, and oh, okay, hydroponics. Gotcha. Kind of a neat place, man. Again, like I was saying before, some of these POIs are pretty cool. If someone wanted to, like, you know, restore one and set it up as a base, it'd be a neat place to do it. We're going to probably start losing contact with the drone here pretty soon. These look like sleeping quarters. That could have something interesting in it. I don't know where the core is on this place. Yeah, it's not going to let us get into it. All right, so here's a room with just a bunch of shutters. Looks like it's maybe another sleeping quarters. Are we near the top yet, or we're gonna lose contact here? So it looks like there's one more floor plus the roof, but I'm also seeing beds in here too. So maybe must be like an apartment building. I'm thinking. Oh crap, we lost connection. Okay, well, I mean, there might be something cool in here. I don't know, but I don't think I want to spend a lot more time trying to find out. Can't even go out the door, man. So what are these smaller buildings then, I wonder? Let's just take a quick peek in this one. Are they more of the same, or? Yeah, kind of looks like more of the same down here. Same basic idea, just not quite as high, I guess. Let's pop the drone out and take a look-see on these upper levels. Lots of salvage, man. You can really get a lot of good stuff from that. And then, yeah, we got a living quarters. Locker. So I'm guessing the higher tower is, because it seems like the upper floors were all just these. In fact, it almost looks like it's just two smaller ones stacked on top of each other, maybe. I don't know. There could be something interesting on the roof, but I suppose we could fly the ship up close to it and just jump off and take a quick look. Okay, well, let's head on back to our vessel. And get going here with our continued exploration. Pretty cool stuff, though. Neat to look at, even if, you know, there isn't any significant loot or anything inside. And jump. There we go. Okay, so just kind of looking here, I don't see anything significant on this roof here. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to mess with it. All right, well, you know, we'll be hitting several more dead planets, so whatever this shuttle is that you guys were telling me about in the comments, let me know exactly what kind of shuttle it is, because it certainly isn't the mining shuttles or the exploration. They don't have jack shit on them, so... but, you know, if it's something different, then let me know exactly what it is, because, you know, I don't want to waste my time with stuff that we don't really need to be messing with, so... Okay, cool. Well, let's head on up into space. A few of you guys have mentioned watching Spange videos and stuff for, you know, to figure out how to do progenitor. You guys are saying it can be done solo, but you have to have certain types of ships and Spange is figured out, etc., etc. That's absolutely fine, guys, but what I want to do before I start trying to figure out or watch somebody else do it, I'd like to at least try and figure it out myself with, with help from you guys. Don't give me any spoilers. Don't just outright tell me what to do, but, you can give me tips and hints, and you have been doing that, and I really appreciate it. But I'm not, I'm not going to just go start watching Spange or somebody else until I at least get to a point where I feel like, I don't know what else to do. Or maybe a better way to put that is, until I've kind of at least experienced some of the content for myself. So I hope that makes sense. So do definitely continue, with the tips, the tricks, the hints, but, no hard spoilers, for example, and that sort of thing. And I won't be watching anybody else anytime soon until, like I said, I get to the point where I feel like I am going to need a little extra help. So hopefully that makes sense. And yeah. Okay, so what do we got going on around us here? We've got a bunch of... oh yeah, we got that Dreadnought. I don't think we want to tangle with him right now. Another thing a couple of you have hinted at in the comments is that my blacklight is not adequate to take on, like the progenitors and whatnot. And I tend to agree with that because, the blacklight as it currently is really wasn't adequate to take on, the legacy in vanilla. I mean, at least not the bigger ships. The problem I ran into with them is that I could never really find one of the capital ships alone. They always had, extra capital ships and or a bunch of drones, and it was just, they overwhelmed my shield, so I couldn't, stick around long enough to do any significant damage. But then we did run into a decimator, I think it was, and it was by itself, but oh my god, there was no way I was going to be able to take that on with the blacklight, at least not without some serious strategy and stuff, which I just I never really bothered to try and figure it out. So so that brings brings a couple questions up. Does that mean, I guess, that I need to build another capital vessel? A couple of you were saying you need to build a vessel that's designed specifically for battle and nothing else. Because, the Blacklight is really kind of an all-purpose vessel. It's really, I suppose at its heart, it's really an exploration vessel. So, even though it's armed to the teeth, it doesn't specialize in combat. So, then if that's the situation, then I have to decide if I want to build it myself, or if I want to, maybe use something off the workshop. And I think it's probably honestly going to be the second thing because, it takes a long time to build a capital vessel. I don't want to just throw a piece of shit together. I mean, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. But I just don't think I have the time, energy, or desire to build a full-on capital vessel. So that being said, if you guys want to suggest, let's say 2, 3, 4-ish, not, I don't want a list of 100 different options, but, some solid vessels that are currently on the workshop. I don't care who built them, if it was Spange or Jay Randall or somebody else, that doesn't matter, but, that you think might work, then feel free, to let me know what those would be. The other thing that I wanted to just kind of ask your guys' opinion on is, these are the armaments that I have on the ship. And in terms of, rules of engagement, what suggestions would you have for me to set the turrets? Because right now they're kind of just everybody is turned on to shoot at everything. So I definitely welcome some tips on that sort of thing too. Okay, so we need to get out of this system. We've been in this system for a couple episodes now, and we got to get moving. So that's what I want to do. If we go to our info panel and we go to Zerettel, it's still that direction there. And so, okay, so we're still more or less kind of heading in that direction. So let's see what we have next in terms of a place to jump. So this guy is 35 light years away, going that direction. That star's 36 light years away. And there's not a whole lot that's close. Yeah, that one's 29.3. Let's zoom out just a little bit more. That was 36. We want to, we have to go that way, so that one's 11 light years. So I guess we'll go to there. Wait, no, that's the wrong direction. It's just the angle that I was at. So that's 34. See, we're going that way, right? Okay. We might have to take a bit of a detour to keep going to that. Man, we just barely can't reach that place, can we? Okay, well, let's go to this Damage Gamma place. And then hopefully that'll open up a path that's more in the direction that we need to go in. Before we fly here, though, let's just go ahead and get to the sun, and then we'll explore the system on the map once we get there. Let's take a look at the map and see what we got going on here. All right, so I'm not seeing any dead planets. I don't think that's a dead planet. No, it's a crystalline moon. Okay. But we do have this. This is a mining site. We have a space station, which I guess is Polaris if it's orange. And then I'm just going to kind of hover over these, excuse me, over these asteroid belts really quick and see if we can find a platinum. There's a Zascosium asteroid there. That's kind of cool. This is an exploration site class 2. That might be worth exploring. There's 3 Zascosium asteroids in that place. We don't really need Zascosium at the moment, though. Okay, so why don't we, since we're here, let's go to this exploration site class 2 and just kind of check it out real quick and see what the deal is with that before we jump to the next system. I really wished that the game, wouldn't use an orange arrow for your warp target and yellow arrows for the waypoints, because sometimes it can be really hard to tell them apart. They should use something different, like blue or green or something, that's more distinguishable. I was also looking at a couple of the things in the tech tree. Let's do a squirt here and see if there's anything real dangerous around. Wow. Okay. Like some massively wrecked ships around here, huh? Okay, before we excuse me, before we do anything with that, here, let's get our shield on. A couple questions. So I've noticed that in the capital vessel tree, we've got this long-range radar. But we can't do anything with it until we get an advanced turret upgrade kit. So this has a range of 12K. This has a range of 25K. So that would be kind of cool, to upgrade to that at some point. My other question, though, is I was looking at these hydroponics bays, and what is the advantage of these exactly? I'm not quite sure. I mean, why would I use something like this instead of just the normal crop plots? Because this one says, is an empty hydroponics bay for planting specialized crops. Add sprouts in an advanced constructor, then place on top of a single growing plot. Requires a single grow lamp placed directly above. Does not protect the crops from environmental hazards. So this takes up a 3x1x3 space. But what is it? You know, I mean, what does it do? What's the difference between this and just laying down, you know, a 3x3 thing of crop plots to plant with? I don't get it. These tend to appear to be specific to, you know, grain, fruit, leaves, that sort of thing, which is cool. But here again, what does this do for me that the normal crop plots don't? I just don't. It's not clicking in my brain. So let me know if you guys want to on, you know, what that's all about. Okay. Anyway, so we've got a whole bunch of wrecks around here. There's no enemies that are showing up at present, but that might change if something's scripted here. Let's just kind of go over here for a second, take a peek-see. Bunch of just destroyed vessels. Okay, let's take a look at this guy here. Whoops. Get just a little below him, and we'll just use the drone port and pop out really quick and take a look. So this appears to be nothing but just an empty hole with absolutely nothing in it, except for a core. And those things. Okay, so we do have this, I guess. Huh, okay. So I'm assuming then probably the majority of these wrecks are going to be, you know, more of the same. And thus probably not worth our time then. It very well could be that somewhere in this cluster of ships there's like one that has worthwhile stuff on it, but I don't really feel like taking the time to look for it. Let's just go over to this cluster because it's a little bit bigger. We'll do a couple squirts and just see if anything interesting catches our eye. So this vessel over here, off of our port side, looks like the hulk of the original Polaris capital vessel. Suppose we could take a quick look-see at it. All right, nothing too impressive on there, really. So here again, if a person, you know, had a bunch of time to kill and they really actually wanted to go search all of these vessels, they might be able to find something. I mean, there's definitely salvage in the ships, but I'm just not feeling inclined to spend that much time looking, to be honest with you. That one has thrusters on it. Definitely worth salvaging stuff like that. There's a turret on this one too. This looks like the same model of ship that we salvaged back on the red moon that we were on in the rogue system. I think it might be the same ship. I don't know. All right. Well, we just don't really need anything, guys. We've got everything we need in terms of salvage and fuel and that sort of thing. I mean, it would be useful, but it's a matter of, is it worth my time at this point? Which the answer is no, it's not. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what's next. So we've verified that there's no platinum in this system, and there are no dead planets to check. So I think we can go ahead and continue our voyage. So Zeretel's over that way. There we go. Okay, so what's the next closest system in that direction? Let's zoom out a bit. That's 36 light years away. That's 33. This one is 11. 31. Oh, that was 27. Illumba. I think, though, that this Mayu Beta is going to be more in the right direction. So let's go there. Okay, so let's see here. This is a dead planet type 2. All right, cool. So we found a type 2 dead planet. And let's see, we also have an asteroid belt here, but it doesn't appear to have platinum in it. I'm not even entirely sure what a platinum asteroid icon looks like, but I know what the other ones look like, and none of those are platinum. I mean, assuming it's a different model, which I would imagine it would be. Okay. Just take a quick look, a mouse over these places too. And then let's go to Day and get our next data thing. Okay, looks like we might have some enemies around, so we need to be careful. And let's head towards the planet and check it out. That's a cool view. Except for when we crash. Okay, so this planet is quite chilly. Well, actually, we're still pretty high up, though. So let's take a look-see here. Okay, there's our place. So we just need to head southeast. Okay, let's go check it out. So it's very warm on this planet, comparatively speaking, and 3.7 radiation, so not too hostile environment-wise. All right, to anyone listening, it wasn't natural. The radiation that burned our world didn't come from our sun like we thought. We discovered evidence that this happened to other planets. May this serve as a warning. Okay. The last two messages now have pretty much implied that some sinister force that was not natural is what destroyed these planets. We might have to get back up on the back here. That's kind of high up. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and let you go here. And what I'm going to do is just kind of keep traveling around, and you know, and find the next. What I'll do is I'll keep exploring, keep moving towards Object 1, and when I find the next type of dead planet, so we need a 4, 5, and 6 basically, I'll bring you back then, unless, you know, something else significant happens in between them. Okay? So yeah, that's it. Thanks for the comments, guys. I really do appreciate it. Keep the tips and tricks and hints coming, but no spoilers. And give me some thoughts on, you know, rules of engagement for the weapon loadout on my ship, if you would. And also some suggestions for workshop ships that might work for me in progenitor space, you know, when the time comes. Because like here again, I don't have the time nor the desire to do another capital ship build, and I don't want to put a piece of shit together. You know, when I do builds, I like them to be halfway decent, you know. So yeah, that's it. All right, we'll catch you later. Bye bye.